What's going up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and this video is going to be talking about car reviews, as the title can tell you. Hope you guys enjoyed Tuesday's video. I know it was completely out of the ordinary. It's a one-off video that I did. It's a class project. A lot of you guys know I do gaming streams. I don't do gaming videos. Gaming streams, I just love doing them because it's something different. So I don't do automotive content strictly 100% of the time. This is an automotive channel. I love doing automotive vlogs, but sometimes I want to change things up. So I do the gaming streams from time to time, primarily Rocket League. But anyway, today's video is talking about car reviews. It's a video type that I've done for almost a little over a year now. I've done everything from a Porsche 944 to I've done Michael's Taurus twice when it was stock and when it reached pretty much its current state minus the ported manifold. I've also done a Mustang 5-liter Coyote car. I've also done a Jeep Wrangler belonging to my friend Chandler. Hopefully gonna have him back in the video soon. I've been talking to him a little bit over the last few weeks, not as much as I used to. We're both kind of busy with school and he's got work and all that stuff. But we're gonna try to get back together for part of a Boosted Mafia video eventually. He was actually, if you didn't notice his comments on the go-kart video I did recently, he was actually there at the same park I was. We didn't even plan it. He just happened to show up at the same place. And I just didn't want to bother him. He was with this group of his other friends. I didn't want to put a camera in all their faces or anything. So I just let him be, hang out with his other friends. Didn't want to violate any of their privacy, I guess, or any of their personal space. So anyway, car reviews. What's next? I've got about 2 or 3 car reviews that are on hold right now until I can get around to finalizing everything and begin filming. The first of those is Hayden's Genesis, the 2010 Genesis I learned to drive stick on. Part of the reason I learned to drive stick in that car was so it could be the first review I've driven in. And I'm really excited to hopefully get to film that soon. His clutch is on its way out, so I'd like to film it before it does go out, so he doesn't have to worry about having to break in a brand new stage 3 clutch that he's wanting to get for that car with me driving it. So it's either he'll drive it and we'll do the same review style I've always done, or I'll get behind the wheel and hopefully not tear up much. The car, just kind of a background, it's on a it's either ISR. I think it's an ISR catback. Correct me if I'm wrong, Hayden. It's got ARC test pipes, correct me again if I'm wrong, and it's got BC coils. So the car's got a little bit of work. It's pretty much minus the intake, an FBO car as well, much like Michael's Taurus. The next is, of course, Dad's 3.7. As you all know, it's my father's 3.7 Mustang. I wanted to do it pretty much as quickly as I could after the 5-liter review because I wanted to compare and contrast the differences in riding in the 5-liter and driving the 3.7. A lot of you guys know I love the 3.7 motor to death. I think it's a great engine. Ford did an amazing job with it. I'd love to actually, film this review on this car. I actually partially learned how to drive in that car, the 3.7. I learned mostly in my mom's Pentastar van, but I got a little bit of experience in the 3.7. And then finally, I've hyped this up a little bit. I'll be reviewing a Sport Track, and a lot of you guys have probably been wondering, I'm a Sport Track oriented channel. I cover a lot of Sport Track news with the Could There Be a Generation 3 video. That's, again, all speculative, as I said in that video. I own one, for crying out loud, And I originally was planning on trying to go to Ford Nationals, but I don't think it's all going to work out because I live 12 hours away, and my truck is in no condition to make the trip up there. But I will be going down to Florida, as I said. Originally, I was going to go to Mexico Beach, but I think I'm just going to go back to the usual destination that I usually go to. Minus the one last year. Last year's was a completely new place to go. I'm hopefully meeting up with my friend Josh, otherwise known as Dandy here on YouTube. He actually, I believe, uploaded the video just kind of doing a walk around of the truck recently. It wasn't terribly recent. That's maybe about a month or 2 ago when I first started talking to him. But he is working on supercharging his. So it'll be the first supercharged 4.0, or first boosted car in general I've ever driven. He's to my knowledge, we've talked about it a little bit, and I get this assumption from what he told me. He said as long as I keep the wheels on the ground, which sounds like to me he's going to let me drive it. So that's going to be very, very interesting because it'll be kind of a taste tester for my future with my truck. Of course, differences between my build and his, I've decided against the twin turbos. I feel like that it's going to be too much R&D. It's going to be too much hard work to get it to work properly. So I'm just going to do the mod box as well, much like he is. But of course, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to have new heads on. I'm going to have cams. I'm going to have the head studs. I'm going to run a lot higher boost and hopefully port the blower so I can have, I'm going to shoot for mid-4s at the least. I know that's kind of asking a lot out of the 4.0, but I did find out that the 4.0 does have forged rods, which is completely new to me. I never knew. So I guess that's a good start. I guess my rods will be fine. I'm more worried about piston lands because the 4.0 and the 3.5 both have issues with it. The 4.0 is usually the top piston land. The 3.5 is the middle. So hopefully neither me or Michael have this issue. I don't believe we will. My motor's been running for almost 300,000 miles strong, more like 230,000, but you get the idea. So I'll be using kind of as my I'm trying to think, muse, the Terminator Cobra. It's basically going to be like what a Terminator sport track could have been, super like roots blower, fully upgraded like motor, not fully upgraded. I'm not doing like forged internals or anything because that's expensive and I don't necessarily need it. It's not a lot of boost to begin with. 9.5 pounds is not a lot of boost. But I'll also be upgrading the exhaust. I'll be cutting out the secondary catalytic converters and installing Flowmaster high flows where my primaries are so I can get a bit better exhaust flow, a bit better sound, a bit better performance. And of course, I also want to focus on the transmission. The 5R55E is a notably weak transmission, even on stock like sport tracks. Mine's actually on its second since it was new. It was replaced before I got the truck. So hopefully I can find out where that transmission's probably got about 60, 70,000 miles on it, not a lot. So I'm going to try to find a way to make it to where it can hold that much power because I do not want to go through transmissions left and right. And then, of course, wheel and tire setups. I'm going to kind of experiment. I'm going to stick with my Nexans that I have on the truck right now. But if it obliterates the tires when it's finished, and, of course, limited slip differential installed as well, I'm definitely going to invest in drag radials and probably upgrade the street tires once they go bad. So that's kind of that. I got off topic there. But I'm going to go down to Florida, and hopefully, as long as everything works out, I'll meet up with Josh, and we'll review his supercharged track. And I'll hopefully really like it because, it's what I want to do with mine. And then I'll come back, hopefully by then have a summer job, start doing videos time to time with that as well because it's really hard filming these sit-down videos. I don't like doing it. I prefer to actually show something. And then, hopefully have enough money saved up. I'm literally probably going to penny pinch as much as I can and save up as much as possible for this whole thing because I want to hit everything in one shot. And granted, I have a school return coming in September, so it's not like I'm terribly worried, but I'd preferably like to get a lot of money saved up. Only pay for what I need, gas, food, that's really about it. Try not to buy anything extra. So not a lot of mod videos to come out. I might do like a little bit of stuff. Might continue the LED overhaul, but that's really that. But that's kind of what's the future for this. I'm going to do a full channel update hopefully very soon. I'm going to start doing these once a month, and I haven't just yet. But anyway, I'm going to leave you guys with that. Thank you guys again. See you guys next video.